Good evening, or actually good night. I couldn't catch sleep, so I thought I make a video about the next subject, and which I like to discuss. And I think it's an urgent matter. The subject is the economy of the Netherlands is growing. And yes, it is. It's good news that the Dutch economy is growing. But I wouldn't be me if there was not a reason for making this video nonetheless, because the economy of Holland is growing at the cost of the many local Dutch people. What is happening? Over at least 20 years, 22 years, there is a lot of temp agencies working or active in all kinds of branches of work. That's the first thing. So labor has become more flexible. You're taken into a company easily, but also you're being kicked out very easily. The second thing is that the European borders of all the European countries have been opened for all people in Europe to work freely all over Europe. And and that is also the reason that the Dutch economy is growing. Because what is happening at the position that I used to have many people know that I'm a chemist. I'm dealing in chemistry, and that's my profession, etc. But what companies do, and I experienced it real life for many times already. It happened to me that companies, instead of hiring me, they are hiring people from other regions of Europe and not and the rest of the world, which are cheaper, which are very much cheaper. It's even so that there are companies who are taking the airplane from Holland, going to those regions and pick these people. They are high educated, I mean, that's not the problem, but they hire people from those countries and put them in the place where I could work. So, and that happens many times. So, people from Europe in the eastern part, either eastern and southern part of Europe, they come over here, and they are employers welcome them by the thousands. And that's why these companies are growing, because these people are cheap. But the thing is, they are growing at the cost of the local Dutch people. And this is also the same reason that Geert Wilders has appealed to at court to make an, how do you say that, make a court law against the Dutch state. And this is one of the reasons they do. And I must say, I supported that for this reason. And don't worry. I want everybody to be happy, also financially, etc., etc., etc. That's not the point. The point is that if I want everybody to be happy, also in the financial part, it does not need to go at the cost of other people. And right now, these kind of practices are going to at the costs of our local Dutch people, including me. So I want everybody to be happy and build a good thing and so on in their lives, but not at the cost of some other people. And that's what's happening right now. And that's why I supported also Geert Wilders' actions in making a court juridical thing against the Dutch state, and I supported that exactly for this reason, because while other people get a lot of work who are not originally Dutch at the cost of my job, stuff like that. So, and that brings me in a financial undesirable position. Let me put it quite neatly. And I want others to have a good, decent life as well. I don't mind that, but not at the cost of mine. It should be shared equally, and that is not happening. And I'm also considering it. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'm considering to follow Geert Wilders in his footsteps in the sense of making appeal to the Dutch court of law about this subject, because I'm getting into trouble because of this action. And not only me, I know that lots of people this is happening too, that they are getting rejected on top of the age discrimination. Not many companies will never admit this in publicly, but it is happening. People are discriminated based on age in finding a job. It happened to me many times over. I lost counting. And so what is the use of a law against age discrimination if you cannot maintain it, if you cannot do something about it if it happens to people? And because people will never admit it, they always say, well, we found somebody else with a little bit better profile and so on. So while I know that at least in my situation, that I've been discarded based on my age. I'm 40 plus, as you might have guessed, even 45 plus. And that means that employers are not so much willing to hire people like me, even though I have a lot of experience at so. But experience doesn't pay anymore. It's just people being cheap and educate them on the line in the process. So I wanted to make this message, and that yes, the economy of Holland is growing, but at the cost of the local Dutch people. And if the Dutch government will not handle this in a short notice, then this will going to cost the Dutch economy, because we have a social security system over here, and I can apply to that. And if if people like me don't get a job, then only that will cost a lot of money. And so yeah, I mean there are some consequences in the long run in this by governmental rules created situation. And I assume that there was a strong lobby for opening the Dutch borders. And well, this is what I wanted to share, and I see it as a big danger for the future of the Dutch economy, and not only for the Dutch economy, but for all economies in Europe, where that are like the Dutch economy. This is what I wanted to share. Thanks for watching, and well, consider it. And I'm considering making just like Geert Wilders, to make. I'm considering. I did not make up my mind yet whether to do it or not. I'm thinking it over, to go to the court of law to make an appeal against the Dutch government about this. Okay, this is the message that I want to share, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Hasta la vista. Bye bye.